We're here. Hello, everybody. Hello, Mary. Mary's already here.
Oh, Mary.
Yeah, Brad Logan, Ben Garrett. Jake Thompson's going to join us here in just a minute. He just walked up. Sorry, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but we're good to go.
It's my fault. It's my fault. You were right about the mic. After the Egg Bowl, no, Tulane. I still contend that I did not lose his mic, but after losing the cord that roasted my camera, dang it, I think you might be on to something. But we're hooked up. We're here. We're live from Mannings. This is the drive home. I've been Garrett at Spirit. Been on at Brad Logan COTE on Twice. You've got the Ole Miss Spirit, olemisspirit.com, and Food on 3. Sign up today for just $1. Thank you, man. It's Sugar Bowl day.
We have got Scott. Your mom is here. She said she wanted to say hello. So Scott Warren of College Corner.
I thought that was like an elaborate, like your mama joke.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. We've got Built Different Fitness is here. One of our sponsors is here.
Texas Tech went down too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something to these first round bye teams, these long layoffs. I told you last night I thought it was the New Year's Eve spirit that was really like getting into me about picking Ole Miss to beat Georgia today, 36-26. I'm not sure that we're not staring the most obvious storyline in the face that's going to lead to reform in the offseason with this. Man, Tech losing today too. Now I picked Oregon, but that's surprising. You know what I mean? And it continues the trend, doesn't it? What are you looking at? What are you looking at over there? Okay, come here, Jake. The Ole Miss Spirit's here. Brad's busy. This is Jake Thompson. Get in here. Look at Jake. We're here at Mannings. I'm Ben Garrett. He's Brad. He's Jake. First and foremost, revised score prediction for you.
Still going 35-20 Ole Miss.
35-20 Ole Miss. Wow.
Jake's picking Ole Miss.
Jake picked Ole Miss. And I went 36-26 now. After all of this that's happened, now I think I'm doing it too. What about you?
31-28 Ole Miss.
Golly.
Everybody's picking it too close. My pick does not matter, so might as well go big and say they win by 2 touchdowns.
Well, see, here's the thing. He's Jake. I'm Ben. This is Brad Logan. This is the drive home. We're live on from Mannings in New Orleans ahead of the Sugar Bowl. We'll be here from 2 to 4 coming out. Thanks to Mannings for allowing us to sit up here. Thanks to Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Oxford, Chick-fil-A on West Jackson Avenue. Man, all of these Hill Counseling, Hearn Law Firm, so many, Riverland Roofing, of course, B&A Bank for allowing us to sit up here. It's a really cool scene. Got kids up here watching Texas Tech upset by Oregon. And if all the college game day picks or whatever they were, the picks on ESPN this morning can be Georgia, why can't we be Ole Miss?
That's what I'm saying. But all jokes aside, I think if you look at where everything is right now, the key component is what you just said, is the teams that have a layoff are struggling right now. I mean, that's just where it is. And so we'll see what happens later on tonight. But we'll get to the keys to the game, that sort of thing. But I think, I'd like both your thoughts. I mean, to me, it's all about the health of Kewan Lacey. I mean, we know he said he's going to go. We know he's going to go. But at the end of the day, where's he at the second quarter? Where's he at by halftime? Is he a huge component of this offense?
Kewan rushed for 31 yards on 12 carries, 2.69. I'm bad at math. 6'7". Say my daughter Kewan, the stupid joke. But like 2-point-something yards per carry. Trinidad Champ was actually leading in passing and in rushing in the last game. What's changed about the script so that your prediction, my prediction, any of our predictions might come true? Okay, give me what's the difference? Because I think you say that there's such a similar game script.
Yeah, no, I think the thing is Georgia's defense. You get the SEC title game defense that just destroyed Alabama, or do you get the defense that Trinidad and company had success against the first time around? And you talked about Lacey, and everybody's like, yeah, but you had 2 touchdowns. Well, those 2 touchdowns were like 1-yard scampers. Like, they had already got down the field. And so that's the thing. I think it's easy money that he's going to get more than 31 yards if he's healthy. To Brad's point, is Kewan just a decoy to keep Georgia, honest? Which I think gets stuff out quick, and that's decoy anymore. Obviously, telling the truth that he told all of us this week. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just a stinger. I'm good. And that smile. And so, but I think they're locked in. I wrote it today in my column that Tuesday. They kind of echoed Pete's demeanor. This is business. We're here. We're not scared. This doesn't bother us. I mean, if it should bother anybody, it should bother Trinidad Chambliss. I mean, that man went from Ferris State to sitting on podiums like a Super Bowl media day, getting peppered with questions that, honestly, he didn't deserve some of those questions he was getting because they're all tired of that one topic that I'm not going to bring up. But handled it like a pro, all of them. They were mature. They're confident. And I would love for Indiana to win because I get nervous if they're 0-7 heading into that game tonight. You know, that I don't want to be the 1-7-1 or the 1-7 where my team gets the win. But Kirby played it off. I think they are nervous about being off. You know, 26 days, so almost 4 straight weeks since they played that SEC game. He said that they've done things differently. Wouldn't say what. My guess is probably a controlled scrimmage, you know, something where they're hitting each other. I mean, before I walked over, I heard on TV that Joe McGuire said, we didn't really hit hard this month. We didn't tackle. We didn't do anything. And you can't treat it like preseason where you got 11 more games to go. This is your one shot. You don't tackle for a month. I mean, that's where I think having that game against Tulane and now you're kind of just coming off a bye week, you're in a rhythm, and I think that aids on this there. Sorry, I'm getting a little more technical in the woods there.
I love that. That is not the Jake I expected. I know we're having a little spotty feed, the video quality. We're trying to do a hotspot. It was the Alumni Association party last night for New Year's Eve. We're kind of wired in on our own private server. Hotspot Starlinks and NOLA. Mary's right. And NOLA, dude, we're not as Zimbabwe. We had NOLA and everything spotty in NOLA. I'm spotty. I done lost. Mary spent $100, sent me a Venmo of $100 in the chat. Mary Reppin, she's the one that straight up said, I'll buy your beers in NOLA. And she did. Hey, Whit, there's Whit. Hey, Whit. How we doing? Here, hold on. See, everyone's saying, hey, they're in the background now. From being at the bank. We're working on the live feed is what I was going to get to. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I love that hat. That's fire, dude. That's fire.
I probably look better with dial-up pixelated, so I probably look a little bit better to everybody right now.
Don't say those things. We're hoping that. Did we figure out the internet situation yet?
We're working on it. I've got IT people coming over, so the audio appears to be much better than the video. So
We'll keep working on it.
we'll keep working on it. Jake, you've covered the team a lot. I've talked to you a lot about the different things on offense that are surprising or some things that Ole Miss needs to do. Obviously, it's Lacey and Trinidad. What else are you going to be looking at on offense?
How many receivers get involved? And really, receiver-wise, how involved is Daquan? Right? I mean, I feel like when Ole Miss is clicking, they take advantage of Daquan and the tight end position. And honestly, I'd love to see something out of Luke Haas. You know, he hasn't disappointed because I don't know what my expectations were for him, so that's unfair to say that. But I think they need a little something to take the pressure off of Daquan being able and they're looking at. If they can get that and just keep those slant routes, keep the middle of that defense open a little bit, then I think you have a chance for Trinidad to get those deep shots, you know, with Stripling and Deuce. And Caden Lee, I'd love to see Caden Lee get involved. He's kind of come on these past few games, looked good against Tulane. And, you know, we talked about Q1, but I think Logan Dix can have a chance to shine. And I'm not saying he's going to take 50-50 carries, but I think we're going to see more of him than we did against Tulane. Just on the off chance that Lacey gets dinged up, they need to know they have a guy that can do something. First time in the Superdome, I know he joined the team, his high school team, but it was right after they played in that game in that stadium, so he's never played. I think there's going to be some emotions there. So I like the offense, and then I'll get to it later, but it's the defensive offense that I think I'm more, popping tongues for, more concerned about right now.
We spoke with TJ Daugherty defensively. Someone we haven't spoke with, I think they're going to be big today. That's Sunterry Perkins and Prince Willamon Yellen. We had a question a moment ago about Prince Willamon Yellen. What do you think about him today, and what is that? Other than him, who else you think Ole Miss needs to be looking for?
I need that. I need Perkins, Spy, Stockton. I think he's not a major threat. Just get him off rhythm, passing and running. That's what Perkins is good at. If Prince Will can be the Prince Will that we've seen in the back half of the season, and that whole defensive front's really gotten the bulk of their sacks, kind of since Washington State on. I think they're going to have a great day if that defense in front of Ole Miss can disrupt a really good Georgia offense and get off the script. I'm sure Mike Bobo's got script like they all do. You can withstand the script and those punches early on and make them have to game plan, play to play. It's like Ole Miss is going to have to. I think that plays into Ole Miss hands a bit more. That defense, they're motivated. You were there. We talked to Pete, talked to Brian Brown, a lot the past couple weeks. They know what they can get done. They know the thing, the no punts, and that. So I'm not worried about their motivation. I think he's gonna probably have something coming up with a little different, maybe a little special, early in the game.
Special teams, obviously, we talk about that a lot. I mean, Carnero, maybe the best in the country.
Yeah, no, he's been well. He's had his spots, but if you watched all year, kickers have their misses in their spots and not connect. But I think that if it comes down to special teams and gets your 31-28 pick, you're going to need that. You need Lucas to come through. And I feel confident in him. And, in terms of flipping the field, I like what Oscar Bird's done. He punted well. The elements aren't going to be an issue in there. So as long as he gets a clean snap and a clean ball kick, I think, punting-wise, I like that. Like him getting flipping the field.
What do you make of this team that has a bye struggling?
I think there's something to it. I mean, it's you're sitting off. You're basically resetting a season. It's like coming off fall camp, especially if you're in Georgia that didn't play in the first round. They're 26 days from playing in the SEC, almost 4 solid weeks of no competitive play against another team. So I think there's something to it. But I would like Indiana to win. I just get nervous if they're 0-7 heading into tonight. You don't want to be that 1-7 if you're Ole Miss. I think there's a lot to the crowd environment tonight too. If it's as heavy on set as we've been hearing and seeing from town, I think they'll feed off that energy. They will start to rattle Georgia a little bit, and you've got a puncher's chance. So I think their best thing is to get up, a couple scores. 14 would be nice, and kind of have that quick start like Oklahoma did Alabama, but unlike Oklahoma. Keep that lead and that momentum. And then I think you're going to be cruising the rest of the night. But I do think there'll be some tight moments. There'll be some ups and downs. But I think all this is prepared for this. I mean, I didn't like that they were playing 2 rematches in a row. But I think it's going to end up benefiting them in the long run because they're going to have stuff to fall back on. And they know what to get better at after the first game.
Yeah, I made the comment that 2 defensive coaches are going to – Steven said it this morning. Both those coaches are going to make changes out of what happened a couple of months ago, so that's definitely something to watch. Jake, we appreciate it. We know you've got some things you got to get going, but be sure and follow Jake online at Jake Thompson at Jake Thompson on 3. He's of course that's Spirit. That's OpenSpirit.com. That's an affiliate of all 3 sports. Jake, appreciate it, man.
Thanks, man. See y'all over there.
We'll see you over there in just a little bit. We're here at Mannings, and we are working through a couple of internet tech issues, so thank you for bearing with us. It's we're working through it. Tech report's coming to take a look at it, and we're going to have a couple more conversations. We'll take your time out, and we'll come back with you in just a second.
The girls leaving back to the hotel. Are we still wide open?
Yeah, we're wide open. I just took a time out. I've got to go.
This is our here. So this is Whit works at B&A Bank. Hey, Whit, give me a score prediction. I'm going 42-38 Reds. All right, so unfortunately we're having really bad connectivity problems, and I'm sorry for that. We're working on the internet right now. Amber is actually going to get me a wireless thing. So just bear with us. We're rolling live. 600 people in there right now. We still got time to go park here. Childhood friends. This dude right here is more about Ole Miss than anybody I know. Are you ready for a trivia question? All right. What was the score of the 2021 Sugar Bowl?
The 2021 Sugar Bowl? I have no clue because I didn't get to attend because of COVID.
Ole Miss lost to Baylor, and that wasn't really fair. Scores aren't really trivia.
Well, they are trivial in the sense that you mean, but yeah.
You see how pretentious my friend Park is? All right, here we go. Let's get step over here more in frame. Score prediction for me, Park.
I'm thinking like 38-35 Rebels.
Dude, I think everybody's picking Ole Miss, and in the old days I'd have been like, this sounds ridiculous, but like first round bye teams are now 0-6 in the college football playoff.
That's true.
See, Whit gets it. I said this going into it. 0-6. There's something to that. Reform is going to happen. Hey, listen, I'm going to keep broadcasting. We'll keep letting this thing happen until I get the internet fixed. For now, Parks, you said 38-35. Whit, you said what?
32-38.
42-38. Straight up ass whipping. I'm picking 36-26. How would they get there, math guy?
Okay, well, first of all, let me say this. There is a magic associated with Ole Miss and the Sugar Bowl. Okay. When I was a kid, when we were kids, the Sugar Bowl might as well have been like a dream vacation that we were never going to get to take. And now we've been here 3 times recently. Okay. And so I'm just grateful that we're here. And how are we going to get to 38-35?
36-26 because my math doesn't
I
make
mean, you're
I was trying to make the math make sense, and then you said something really pretty nice, and like now, I don't want to do my dumb thing.
okay. I guess somebody gets 6 touchdowns with no extra points. They go for 2 and miss it, get 36 points. And then
Would that be scoregami?
somebody goes 6 touchdowns, no extra points, goes for 2 once, you get 38. That's what I think is going to happen.
Fantastic.
Old school Mississippi football, no field goals, just go for 2 every dang time.
Oregon beat the shit out of Texas State.
I know that's kind of sad, but we all
No, it's not. All right, come here. If Ole Miss, if Ole Miss wins today, does the winner of today's Sugar Bowl win the whole thing? Hell yes. Not just a yes. He said a hell yes. That's Swiss. Say bye, everybody. We're here, man. Stay fired up. Those are my guys from New York. Whit is a part of BNA Bank, does BNA Mortgages. Brad, thank you, bro.
Tech's coming. We're going to have a much better connection here in about 5 minutes. So everybody, hold on. We're coming. Tech, not Texas Tech, but tech support is coming. And here comes tech support right now. So
Here, you keep talking to him, Brad.
yeah. Okay, but you said I'm going to buy a wireless. Yeah, the one that's locked.
Yeah. We're checking now. I think we figured it out. Let's see. Thank you, Mark. I think we're there now. I think we're there. If we're doing better, let us know. You're the man. Thank you. I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good. Say hello.
Finally. All right. So we're good to go.
Only 20 minutes in. Hey, we're faster than last time. Last time it took us like 22 minutes, and now we're only at 19. All right, so I don't know if many people heard from Parks and Whip, both my friends from New Albany here for the Sugar Bowl. So many here for the Sugar Bowl. We've got a good crowd here at Mannings for the drive home. I'm Ben, at Spirit Ben on Twitter. The Ole Miss Spirit, OleMissSpirit.com, affiliate on 3. Sign up today. As long as Ole Miss is in college football playoffs, you can get 50% off an annual sub. We'd love to have you. Brad Logan is there at the Ole Miss Spirit as well. Jake Thompson, who you maybe heard from earlier, I hope so. While we're getting the picture quality fixed. But I was talking to Parks and Whit about the results of today, like Oregon beating up on Texas Tech. That's now 0 for 6 teams with first-round byes, and they both picked Ole Miss to beat Georgia. Everybody we talked to, are we being too homery here, or does it just feel like there's something setting up?
I think there's something to it. I mean, we talked about all of the different teams that struggled that had the bye, and Kirby was asked about it by a local Atlanta reporter, and he essentially said, "Yeah, that's an issue," and I think that's something that we'll look at going forward. And look, if it's a 16 team, I don't think this is not an issue anymore because every team's playing. But I do think there's something to it.
All right, so if Ole Miss gets through this and gets this win, I've had many people kind of agree with me, especially as I've been walking around Canal, Poitras, walking down Magazine Street. My daughters, Riley and Gracie, and my wife, Emily, my beautiful wife, they all came with me. You might have got to see a few of them. Riley got on the stage at the Ole Miss Alumni Association New Year's Eve party yesterday. But they've been keeping count of how many times people call me the Ho guy. And they're already well over 100. So I think I've accepted that it won't be on my gravestone. Husband to Emily, dad to Gracie and Riley. It'll be the guy who called Lane Kiffin. I hope it's so be it. He's going to the women's. I don't bring it up to say. I bring it up because Lane Kiffin's not going to be at this game. Apparently, reporting coming out that he's going to stick around at the women's basketball game or go to the women's basketball game for LSU. I think that'd be the right move. If he did that, it would show a little bit of self-awareness I didn't think he had, even though he probably just got turned down by ESPN not to do it.
Well, I mean, there were reports out there that ESPN said that they were not interested. And, being
no, you just keep talking. You just keep talking.
Anyway, there were reports out there that ESPN said we're not interested in, putting you on the screen. But be that as it may, I think the best situation is for everybody to move forward. I think that's kind of where we're at. So,
4K.
So anyway, I think that's more important than fish to fry, frankly. And so you look at where this Ole Miss team is now. You look with Pete Golding. We talked about checking boxes, and this is a big box to check. We just saw Miami win. We just saw Oregon win. Ole Miss wins. Jake. Oh yeah, Jake's already gone. I was going to get him to come back now that the stream is better. But Jake picked Ole Miss. You picked Ole Miss. I'm doing the same thing, and the reason I'm doing that is, I've kind of shifted about how my thought process has been, simply because Vegas, man.
Vegas knows, man.
Yeah.
Vegas always knows, Brad. Vegas always knows. And there's something to how this line has moved. It was betted up to 7.5. It's bet back down to 6.5. It's kind of stayed there, but I think the money's going toward Ole Miss. And when you watch the trend lines, it's hard not to understand why, right? Because there is something to 0 for 6 for these first-round playoff teams. And that's why you're going to see reform in the offseason, I think, especially if Georgia loses to Ole Miss today. Because then, the red fire alarms are going to be off, and they're going to be saying, yeah, we got to do something. We got to change it here. But more than that, I don't think Ole Miss has gotten its just due for how quality and consistently good of a football team it's been all year long. Its only loss was a single-digit loss in Athens because they couldn't get a defensive stop, sure, but also they were one almost fourth down stop away from going up 17 points and probably finishing undefeated with a team, including the former head coach who believed couldn't be 12-1 and finished 12-1. So remember how evenly matched for this season, not program comparison, not anything else, just for this season, these two teams, they've been pretty dang even all year long, and it would be no surprise to me to see Ole Miss come out with the win today. You're going to talk to a friend of ours who I met before you did from one of our sponsors of Built Different Fitness, but I asked one question from him. Get a score prediction. I want to know what he thinks is the score.
Hey, you hit some of these sponsors real quick, Ben, and let me go grab him.
He's going to go grab him now. I'll hit him real quick. But before I do that, thank you all for your patience as we've been hanging out here for Mannings. It's really cool. Everybody say hey. Wait. They say it's a hotty toddy hangout here at Mannings downtown off of Poydras. Last night at the Ole Miss Alumni Association New Year's Eve get together. It was an absolute blast, and it's really cool that we get to now be here at Mannings, leading up to kickoff for the Sugar Bowl at 7 p.m. Central Time on ESPN. Ole Miss and Georgia. I hate myself because I feel like it's going to be egg in my face, but I'm predicting Ole Miss to win this game because it's now starting to feel like Team of Destiny stuff. That's the God's honest truth. It's starting to feel like Team of Destiny stuff as my hair goes wild outside of Mannings. But if they do win this one, I think the winner period of this game wins the whole dead-gum thing. And now that you've seen the results for the rest of the day, I'm not convinced that team's not going to be Ole Miss. Oh, man!
Ben has jumped off the reservation, Mason. You know Ben very well?
Yeah, know Ben very well. Know Ben very well. Hey, ho, 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 baby.
Well, it's been a lot of fun with Alan Samuels and our partnership, and I just want to say thank you.
No, thank you, sir. Thank you. It's fun. We have got to sponsor you guys and get to see y'all after the games, and you do not realize just how big your exposure has been. We have people talk about you all the time, you guys, and especially seeing that. I have people that watch it at night on their television. They'll sit there, put it up from their phones and just watch you guys just to get the inside scoop that you guys have.
Well, we want to say thank you for coming by and saying hello. And I mean, we see you in Oxford, but it's really cool to have you come and visit with us here today. Real quick, we want to give you an opportunity to tell us a little about Alan Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Great location in Oxford. And what I like, I mean, from a personal standpoint, is I've told you this before, is everybody from the bottom up, it's just friendly, and we appreciate that.
Well, and that is our motto. Come by, let's be friends. We treat everybody like you're a family member. You walk through the door, we want to treat you like you're a guest in our house. We take care of you, we treat you well. There's sometimes that the deal might just not work out for you, and it's say, look, Brad, that's okay. We'll help you out in a different way. That's what we're there for, is to take care of our folks in Oxford and be able to support Ole Miss, support you guys, and travel, and just keep winning.
Tell me about this team. You follow this team as close as I do. What has surprised you about this team offensively? What have you liked?
I want to say the biggest thing is that from what I hear, that there's a weight lifted off of these guys over the last couple of weeks. Yeah. They've had a lot to deal with, but they are still focused on winning. They're still focused on playing, and they are continually going to just impress us every week. You know, I've watched the last two ball games. Hey, that team that had the bye, there's a curse. Let's hope it keeps on. But these guys are good. They are talented. And I think Pete's going to keep them together and keep us winning.
Well, you read my mind. Next question, what do you think about Pete?
Oh, I love Pete. If you have not met Pete, now he's got the nice look to him. He doesn't have the curly hair, but a down-to-earth guy. Really just personable, talks to him. That's another thing that I've had mentioned. That they have a coach that'll talk to him now too.
Yeah.
So,
well, he's Mason. He's with Alan Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. They took us through the entire football season. They're proud sponsors here of all of our Sugar Bowl coverage. And go by today. Well, not today. He's not there. Next week, go by and say, hey, look, Mason, hook me up with a brand new Jeep, a brand new Dodge. He'll take care of you. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Enjoyed it.
Man, yeah, thanks for coming by and saying hello. A lot of Ole Miss people are hanging out here at Mannings. This is kind of the place to be. You know, last night we want to say a special thank you to Kurt Purdom and the entire Ole Miss Athletic Alumni Association for hosting us. We had a huge time. My daughter danced the night away, and it was really cool to see so many people come up and say hello. But so many people, so many Ole Miss friends, so many family members, and it was really cool to get to see everybody here. Excited to see the All-State Sugar Bowl is going to be coming up here at 7 o'clock. Brad Logan alongside Ben Garrett. He's talking to all of his legions of fans. Come here just for a second. Tell me about who you are, because I know you're a big Ole Miss fan.
Yes, I'm Bill Austin. I'm from Tupelo, Mississippi, and I'm a great fan. I've been a fan since I was 2 years old, and I'm 65 years old today. So I've been following these Rebels a long time, through the good, the bad, the ugly, and now to the great. So we're ready for it.
Well, I know I've seen you at a bunch of events, and of course, we talked a little bit earlier today. I'd like your thoughts. I asked Mason about this. What has just surprised you positively about this Ole Miss football team?
Well, I think they've just come together well and played as a team. They're not out to one-up each other. They're out there trying to accomplish one goal, and I think that's the most important thing is to get out there and work as a team. we might have had some more talented players last year, but I don't think they worked together as well as these guys are working together this year. And I think that's a wonderful thing.
I asked Keith Carter this question. I'll ask this question to you. Why did he make the decision to not make Pete an interim coach and make him the full-time permanent coach? And he basically said, Brad, when I looked around the room and I looked at all of these coaching candidates that we were talking to, and I thought, we've got a guy right over there that's as good or better than the rest of those guys. What are we doing? What do you think?
I think that's the truth. I mean, people say, well, he hadn't had any head coaching experience. Well, look how long he's been a coordinator. He was a coordinator at one of the top schools in the country at Alabama for 3 or 4 years after the Georgia coach was there. Now he's over here. He's doing a wonderful job here. So he knows how the system works. He's a great coordinator. He just has to work a little bit on his fine tuning his PR skills, and he'll be great. But I love him.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. We'll enjoy the game today. But before we let you go, have a new year and have a great new year, and tell us what you think the score is going to be.
27-21 Rebels.
27-21 Rebels. I think we would all be very grateful if that were the score. And before we get out of here, you see these new caps? This could be yours today at the College Corner store. We're going to give some of these away, and you're going to be one of our first recipients of those caps. So that's baby blue, or powder blue. You wear that to the game today. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
A lot of Ole Miss fans here hanging out today. That College Corner store, the location is at Oxford and at Ridgeland, but we want to tell you about that Oxford location. Give them a call today, 662-550-4330. You can go to collegecornerstore.com and tell them you heard about it on the drive home. Scott, a great, great friend of the program, does great things for university. He was at the Ole Miss Alumni Association last night, and we shared a lot of great conversations as so many people in the chat are excited about the game coming up tonight. Ole Miss and FanDuel had the game right at 6.5. It went up to 7.5, but it's back down to 6.5. One thing that so many people say is Vegas, they don't have those beautiful buildings out in Las Vegas or nothing. Vegas is really good when it comes to picking football games. And the thing about it is Vegas has this game at 6.5, and we got some more fans that are coming in today, and we're going to talk to them just a second. Ole Miss right now at a 6.5-point favorite. And tell us a little bit about, come on over here just a little bit. Tell us about who we are and tell us what you think about the game today. So who are we talking to?
Yeah, so I'm Trey Wyatt. This is my daughter, Lacey Wyatt.
Hi.
So we're excited to be here. We've come to all the Sugar Bowls in the past. This is our third one, I believe. So we're looking for a win tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was telling. I was on a show earlier today, and we talked about the game. It's the third Sugar Bowl in 10 years. And that's, this Ole Miss program is kind of was built on the Sugar Bowl, if you remember, back in the 1950s and 60s. And so what makes this game special to you guys?
Well, we have season tickets, so we go to all the Ole Miss games. She's been going since she was born. Probably too little to go in the first place, but we've taken her. She's loved every minute of it, and it's just a good family tradition, and we wouldn't miss it for the world.
So tell me where you guys are from.
We're from Tupelo, Mississippi.
I got you. From Tupelo, a great spot. There's a couple of good players for Ty Harden's football team that I think would look really good in blue and red. Tell me about this football team. You've seen every game, and what were some players that have kind of jumped out to you on offense?
We need score predictions from everyone.
We're getting score predictions. Ben, stay over there and leave us alone. All right, go ahead.
So score prediction is 20.
We're not getting to that yet.
Okay.
He's not in our conversation. Tell me about the offense.
So we really love, of course, Trinidad, and his story is great. Kewan Lacey, of course, her name is Lacey, so we got a connection there. So every time she scores, we celebrate. So it's just been good. They're a scrappy little team, and it's been good to watch them progress throughout the year. And so we're looking forward to what's happening tonight.
Now let's talk about the game tonight. What's Ole Miss got to do to win the game?
We've got to hold them on. We got to keep them scoring. We've got to keep our offense going too. So hopefully we can. Last time it was all offense, not a bunch of defense for both teams. So hopefully this time we can keep them from scoring, keep our offense going, and just head toward a win.
Awesome. Well, safe travels back to Tupelo. Before you do, we hope the Rebels win today. Thanks for coming by. Good luck. And before we get you out of here, thanks to our good friends at College Corner Store. This cap can be yours today. And you can either go to collegecornerstore.com or you can shoot us a direct message. We'll put you in touch with the good folks. All the college football playoff gear at the College Corner Store. This one is yours today. You enjoy that.
Thank you, man.
Awesome. It's good to see you. We appreciate
Hot as hot.
Thank you very much.
Oh, man. Oh, he said no. He said no. That was really fun. Have we gotten anybody not predicting Ole Miss now?
No.
I feel we might be in a serious echo chamber, but
Just a little. Just a little.
But I kind of love that, though, because it's really been a great vibe. So many people have come up to us at Mannings. All of you that allowed us to do this, it doesn't matter where it is.
Yeah.
Pick one. Like, did you talk to, where's Better?
I just talked to Mason. Is Billy here?
Yes, he's here.
Go get Billy.
Well,
Hold on. You talk for a second. I need to go get something. Hold on.
Okay, so Brad's moving now. Man of the people, this is a group of friends that are all predicting Ole Miss to win. We're here at Mannings. This is the drive home. I'm Ben Garrett. That's Brad Logan, and he's got. Wait, are we going to talk to Scott again? Do you want to talk again? All right, so Scott from College Corner. I have one thing. Scotty, come here. Scott, here. First of all, can I buy this at College Corner?
You can't. Well, not currently. Right now, we're sold out. But
could I get? Okay, but if I wanted to get one, I could get one pretty soon.
yes, you can.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Yeah.
So, Scott, I've been asking everybody a score prediction for the game. Here's the problem: everybody's picking Ole Miss. So
Surprising. It's kind of a pro Ole Miss crowd.
that's what I'm saying. Are we too far deep into the echo chamber, or is this 0 for 6 for first round bye teams? Something.
I was just telling my dad that it was 0 for 4 last year, now 0 for 2. So hopefully that trend continues. I like the Rebels' chances.
Well, here's the thing. I'm getting more and more bullish about it. All right, and here's what I mean. Not just the 0 for 6 for the first round teams, but Ole Miss, I predicted a path of team of destiny talk.
Right.
Miami upsets Ohio State.
Right.
Ole Miss gets past Georgia, and I'd be picking them all the way through. And it's kind of setting up. And I feel like either I need to go lay some money down somewhere like Harrah's over there.
Go across the street if you want to. Yeah.
Go to the sports book over there at Harrah's, casino, have a little fun with it. But buddy, am I getting too swept up in the vibes, or is it just the right amount?
No, I don't think you're getting swept up. I mean, I think Rebs have a great shot. I really do. I think they're playing good football right now, and I'm excited about tonight. Excited about today.
All right, what's your score prediction?
Let me go.
Give me a go, because I said 36-26, which is completely nonsensical.
Let me do 35-31 Rebs.
Do they have to score in the 30s to win? Because I've had only a few defensive predictions.
Yeah, I think so. Yes. Yeah, I think we need to put some points on the board.
Yeah,
is our path to win.
If you get one stop.
One stop changes it all.
Yeah, all right. So College Corner, tell the people about it, where they can come shop and see it. And you've been so good to us, so thank you. You're a friend.
Yeah, you bet. CollegeCornerStore.com. We got 3 locations. The newest one in Oxford, Ridgeland, and Flowood. Still have a lot of playoff and Sugar Bowl gear. We're out of powder blue, sold out. But
shocker, because they said wear powder blue and NOLA.
I know, man. We were grossly underserved in that category, but still have a lot of playoff merch, a lot of Sugar Bowl merch. So all online, collegecornerstore.com. So
yeah. So Jeff says everyone so far has come down with the bye week blues. I'm telling you.
I just got through saying it.
Dude, I feel like I'm walking into an absolute.
Texas Tech did not look good. Didn't look good.
The quarterback play was bad. They're about to overpay for Brendan Sorsby. You know what I mean?
They looked like they had been off for a month.
The only pushback to that would be for me, if anybody can coach them out of it, it'd be Kirby. I'm a big Kirby.
I agree. Yeah.
But what if Ole Miss has found it's Kirby Smart and Pete Golding?
They could. I feel good about Pete. I'm on Pete's team.
It's hard not to, man. He's genuine as they come, and so is Scotty from College Corner. Thank you, my friend. You're the man. Appreciate you, buddy. Give me one of those hoodies. I want one of these. One of those nice, but I got to lose about 20 pounds. Scott's actually yep. Aren't they gorgeous? These are College Corner. Look at them. Those are pretty. I don't know where Brad's going to. He's going to fall and talk to somebody else. Thank y'all for joining us here. We're at Mannings. This is the Drive Home. I'm Ben Garrett. He's Brad Logan, the Ole Miss Spirit. OleMissSpirit.com. Affiliate on 3. Ole Miss is in the playoff, and as long as Ole Miss is in the playoff, I'm sorry, I'm kind of looking over the side because there's this cutout of Cooper, Eli, Archie, and Peyton from the Mannings Passing Academy. All right, you good?
Interview.
You got an interview?
Yep. Got a lot of people in here. We're really having a good time. By the way,
thrown to the side.
Mary, Scott has the hats at the College Corner store in Oxford, but we'll see if we can get you one. It's that one, and there's a blue one. We've got Philip Hearn fixing to come in here and visit with me. Ben, There he is, Philip Hearn, the Hearn Law Firm, one of our proud sponsors here on the drive home. Philip, what an incredible day.
Oh, my God. I was just telling our cab driver, I'm 58 years old. Did you bring your whole family here? And I said, absolutely. I thought I would never live to see this day. Ole Miss, quarterfinals, national championship race. We win this, we're going to win the whole damn thing. Mark my words.
Well, me and Ben have been talking about that. And, I mean, I get it, team of destiny and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, you win today, and you have to feel pretty good about Miami. And then, my goodness, roll the dice against, Alabama, Indiana, and whoever's going to win between Oregon and whoever they face.
It lines up beautifully. I looked at the same thing. I think the Georgia game, if you look at the statistics on it, it's the #1 ticket in the country. We have the 5th best odds to win the national championship. Basically, the Georgia-Ole Miss game is a pick 'em. It's the only one among the 4 quarterfinals that's a pick 'em. That's what we expect we're getting nationally. That's not changing because Lane skipping is gone.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to win the whole thing. My score tonight, 31-27 Rebels. You heard it here first. I'll see you in Arizona and then in Miami.
Yeah, I said 31-28.
Hey.
You've seen this team a lot. What have you liked about – I have to ask everybody this. What have you liked about this team offensively?
The #1 thing I've liked about them is they are absolutely relentless and resilient. Last year, it felt like last year's team was probably more talented, but it felt like if something wasn't going right, we kind of went a downward spiral. This year, it's relentless. We just the next man up, next play up, running the ball. We have obviously Lacey is a superstar, and so Chandler's. Yeah, there are no words for that guy. But I love the way this team is. It's like next man up, next opportunity, no turnovers, consistently crushing the ball down the field. So compared to last year, love last year's team, love Jackson Dart. This team seems much more resilient, much more seasoned and tough. I just love them.
The game is September 20th. I know you watched it just like we all did, and Ole Miss played so well for 3.5 quarters and kind of fell apart at the end. I think a lot of that was Georgia was better. Georgia kind of figured some things out. But defensively, Ole Miss did not force a punt. Obviously, that's a big component today. Who's going to have to be big today for Ole Miss?
Perkins and our defensive line. I will tell you this. If you look back at that one defensive stop, that 4th down tackle, one stop, we win that game going away in Georgia. So I think our defensive line has got to be able to get pressure, without selling out, because they've got some playmakers out on the edge. We have to have defensive line pressure organically up through the middle, and I essentially think that's it. Perkins gets some pressure on the quarterback, different ball game. I'll be honest with you, it would not surprise me if we win going away if that can happen. And you look at our defense from game 6 to the end of the season. Look where we are. I mean, we're 33rd in the nation, but I looked this up. We're 17th in the nation in total defense in the last 6 games. That's national championship winning defense.
What do you think about the crowd? I mean, there's a question. What's the mix of fans? Mark's daughter's on her way. What do you think?
It's electric. Man, I've seen powder blue everywhere. I've seen more powder blue than I have red and black. And I'll tell you this, Georgia is kind of used to this. And, Rebel Nation, we travel, baby. So it's the biggest game in Ole Miss history. So I've looked around. It's a sea of light blue, powder blue. I love it.
He's Philip Hearn. You can go to hearnlawfirm.net. Also give Philip a call. This is his cell phone, 662-235-8850. Accidents, wrongful death, medical malpractice. 5 locations in Mississippi, Philip. And, boy, you got the whole state covered.
I got it covered, baby. And listen, I give preference to Ole Miss fans. So if you need me, call me. My cell phone is 601-720-3541. The number he gave you is my office number. My cell phone, 601-720-3541. You call, I answer.
Awesome. Philip, thanks, brother. Thanks for being part of the program. Appreciate your analysis today. Y'all enjoy the game. Come over here real quick, guys.
What's up?
All right, tell me what your name is.
JC
Where
Hearn.
are you from?
Blue Mountain, Mississippi.
Awesome, Jason. Go Rebels. All right, let's go. Who we got here?
Kale Hearn.
All right. So what do you have to say?
Hotty toddy, baby.
Hotty Toddy.
There you go.
Rebels is the best.
We got one more. Tell me your name.
Gunner
Well,
Hearn.
tell me what do you think about it, Gunner?
Say hotty toddy, baby.
Hotty Toddy.
There it is. There it is. All right. Great crowds here today. Great crowds here today. Philip Hearn kind enough to give us a few minutes today, and Philip's family joining us as well. the mix of fans. I mean, you know, you talk about there's a ton of Ole Miss people here, and like someone told me earlier, I think a lot of people will be coming down from Jackson. So we've got all of our sponsors here. They know where to come.
Yes.
But I think a lot of people are going to be coming down from Jackson as Blake Jones joins me real quick. Blake, man, this fans they're everywhere.
It's insane, man. But, you know, ever since the coaching change and the phenomenal seasons we've been having in the past and everything, a lot of this credit goes to the media, folks like you guys. And I was telling my wife on the way down, you guys being personal with everybody goes a long way. And for us to now come together 6 hours from the house, it says a lot. So shout out to all the media, you and Ben, for all the work you've done. And that's why people like us support you guys, because we love what you do.
And it's real weird, you know. It's not like we said, "Hey, just everybody come to Mannings." It's all of our sponsors just kind of showed up because we're all big one happy family. Take Charge Small Business Payment Solutions. Blake, tell me a little bit about that.
Well, what we do, we love to save small business owners money on their credit card processing. So whatever you're doing now, we can meet or beat whatever you're doing, and we can also give you opportunities to donate to nonprofit organizations, to the NIL, to a baseball team, to the YMCA, whatever the case may be. We have a lot of opportunities like that, but the number one goal for us is to save small business owners money. This day and age, the economy is unreal. Costs are through the roof. Whether you're a restaurant, a bar and grill, a car wash, you know, a oil change place, anything in retail, we can save them money. And we have about 13 businesses in Oxford, but we're growing. But we have over 100 in the Memphis, DeSoto County area. And, you know, we've got 9 agents nationwide that all are very supportive. They're tuned in right now from Provo, Utah, all the way down to South Beach, Miami. So anything that we can do to help you with your credit card processing, whether it's a point of sale system, free equipment, lower rates, wiping out all those fees, we will do it for you. And the customer service is 100% our number one priority.
And it is. And Blake, call him, cell phone 662-416-5262, or shoot him an email at blakejones1581@gmail.com. Blake, I want to, first of all, thank you again for hosting Ben and I for the college football playoff game. That was so much fun, and we really appreciate that. Let's talk about this team for a minute. I've asked everybody. I'll ask you the same thing. Who's some players on offense that Ole Miss has to be looking out for today? Obviously, Kewan Lacey's got the shoulders dealing with. Any other players you need to pay attention to, in your opinion?
I think our offensive line has to show up today. You know, whether we're in pass protection or making room for Kewan to run the ball or whoever we have back there, you know, I think the battle's going to be won up front today. There hasn't been a whole lot of concentration on O-line and D-line throughout the year. Everybody's in this spread offense, this hurry-up offense, this, you know, spot the ball mentality, which is absolutely 100% what we embrace. But today, I think we got to have protection. We got to protect our quarterbacks, our backs. We also got to do a good job getting the ball out at a decent rate, because the first 2 games, if you've seen, sacks are through the roof in this college football playoff. We got to protect our guys to get to that next level. If we can move the ball the way we're accustomed doing, we're going to be all right today.
Well, Blake, thanks for coming by today. Give me a score.
Man, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I think the Rebels are going to win. It's going to be a barn burner. I think we're going to win this thing 42-32.
Yeah.
42-32 is going to be my prediction.
He's Blake Jones. He's the man at Take Charge. Give him a call today, 662-416-5262, and a proud sponsor here on the drive home. Thanks, brother. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Ole Miss and Georgia getting ready to kick off at 7 p.m. as we have a very, very raucous crowd here at Mannings. Great crowd on hand. As Kenny Carson, my ticket man, just walked up, and I want to be sure and say thank you to Kenny for all that you do, Kenny. Good to see you, brother. Thanks for coming by.
Glad to be here, Brad. Excited.
A lot of blue.
Oh, it's a lot of blue. We've just walked over. We've been walking around all morning. Bourbon Street's still covered up. Canals covered up. We walked all the way over here from just now, and it's unbelievable. This thing could be, I was thinking being 60-40 Georgia. It could be the other way.
Yeah. You look at the secondary market, and, you know, tickets are at a premium. This is the highest game in regards to ticket prices across the 4 games. Surprising at all?
It shocked me when I started seeing, Alabama and Some of the other games, Rose Bowl, $57 a ticket. You know, some of the others were all under 100 ticket. Ours are still hovering in the 200 and 250 range. Pretty impressive. So it says a lot about the Rebel Nation, how we travel in Georgia as well. Big matchup.
Let's talk about tickets for a minute. You and I talk a lot. You've hooked me up. Sometimes I'll need a ticket for my daughter. You're always there to help, and so I know I appreciate that. But I'll be honest with you, a lot of other people appreciate that. Tell me how it started.
Well, it started a few years ago when we had some of these non-conference games. It bothered me that there'd be people wanting tickets, families, and they couldn't afford them because ticket prices are really high now. So I started thinking about it. Started working with some of the guys in the university, and I just started posting about people sending me tickets. And now I have a network of people that send me tickets all the time that they're not coming. They want me to get them. I get them to. I don't sell them. I get them to families that basically can't afford it, or teenagers that are wanting to go that can't afford the tickets. Their parents can't afford to buy them. So it's just exploded. I mean, we've had non-conference games the last 2 years that we've placed over 150 to 200 people in seats. Doesn't sound like a lot in the scheme of 58,000, but it means a lot to those families. And the most exciting part of it is when the games are over, these families send me pictures with them and their kids at the game, said, "Hey, thanks a lot." And it's not me. I always like to say it's not me. It's the people that donate the tickets to me to help do it, because it takes a lot of work. But my gosh, it makes me feel so good when it's over with, seeing these families get to go.
And this is Kenny Carson, by the way. He's Kenny Carson on Twitter. He's the one that hooks everybody up with tickets. Basketball season's upcoming. I know the men's program got a little ways to go, but the women's program, Coach O, they're doing really good. I know tickets are a large part of your world with basketball.
They are. I try to help Coach O and Coach Beard with get people in the seats there. Men's basketball is a little struggle right now. They're coming around. I think that gets into the portal area. Some guys hadn't gelled yet, but that'll come around. But Coach O, her and I are personal friends, and she knows I support that program, and I try to find tickets to get people. And it's amazing how many people had really never been into women's basketball and now are starting to go to it, and they're hooked. I mean, Coach O has built this thing, and she's got it going on.
Kenny W. Carson on X. That's the follow that you'll need. He's the one that you can talk to back and forth on DM, and he can either help with you have a family friend that maybe had a chance to go to a game. He can help you there, or if you have tickets you'd like to give away. You've got somebody with you today.
Dude, this guy's a huge fan of yours, by the way. He plays football on Tisch County High School.
Okay. And tell me who we're talking to.
I'm Dayton Crab.
Dayton Crab. All right, Dayton. Yeah, 1 second.
Tisch County? All right. We don't like Ripley, right? No, not at all. Yes, sir.
All right. Real quick, tell me a little bit about Tisch County and positions and all that good stuff that you play and all that.
I play running back at Tishomingo County. Head coach Corey Quinn. He's from the Corinth area. We had a playoff season this past year in a division with New Albany and all them. They have pretty good teams. Corinth had a really good team this year, but yeah.
Well, congratulations on making the playoffs. Tell me about how you became an Ole Miss fan.
Oh, since I was born, the first ever outfit I put on was an Ole Miss shirt, man. Ever since I was born, really.
What do you think about the game today?
Ole Miss by 100.
Give me a real score prediction. Real score.
All right. Ole Miss 31, Georgia 27.
Hey, that's the exact same score Philip Hearn picked, my attorney. This is my attorney, as if I'm in trouble with the law. This is a college football playoff hat that College Corner Store has today, and it could be yours. But right now, we're going to give it to you. You enjoy that. Kenny, thank you, brother.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate all y'all do. This guy, Dayton's like, I want to go see their show.
Yeah, we'll appreciate it very much. And by the way, hold on, Kenny. We have a great one. Also, this All-State Sugar Bowl hat can be yours today at the College Corner Store in Oxford or online. Tell them you heard about it on the drive home. Today, this is very well-deserved going to Kenny Carson.
I appreciate that, y'all. Thanks for all y'all do helping me spread.
Thanks for coming by. Good luck. Good luck, buddy. Appreciate you coming by.
That's DAP, right? Yeah. So we could call that DAP. Yeah. Dude, your daughter told me yesterday that that's not what DAP is.
I don't know what.
That's right.
You're asking. Look, you're telling me stuff that I don't know.
See, he just all buttoned up and stuff. You know what I mean?
Lane's a family man.
Oh, nice stash. You got a nice stash. Shout out.
You got it going on.
See, here's the thing. I'm 40 years young. Here, I'll continue talking. You take a break. You've done great. 40 years young. I still get prepubescent nothingness. So live my facial hair life through you, my guy. You hear me?
I'm growing the goatee out right now too, so I'm having a little mixture of it.
But you got to make sure it connects.
Yeah.
So get that roller thing. Get that roller thing. You know what I mean?
You know, the ladies are liking it, you know?
Fire me up, dude. Hey, hotty toddy. Have a great Sugar Bowl.
Yes, sir.
That was fun. Show me your hat one more time for you. Look at that. That's from College Corner. It's pretty sharp, too.
Yeah, I like it. I'm wearing it, man.
Sport. Thank you, my friend. This is the drive home. I'm Ben Garrett. Thank y'all for real. This is awesome. Thank you. I want to say thank you to Riverland Roofing, 662-644-4297. Riverland Roofing, Billy Land is a company. Man, they're awesome. And they've been up there in the left corner. I'm going to switch that out because they've gotten the full hour to B&A Bank, who is my hometown bank. I don't know if y'all really heard it when we were earlier on in the show, and it was kind of a blurry video, but my friend Whit Spencer from New Albany, who works for B&A Mortgage, was here, and he picked Ole Miss to win. Everybody's, of course, picking Ole Miss to win at the Ole Miss party at Mannings, was where we're set up. I'm Ben Garrett. Brad Logan, he's congregating. It's a full-on fun time down here in NOLA. If you're missing out, hey, it's all right. You're hanging out here with us today. I hope you're with us for the New Year's Eve show from the Ole Miss Alumni Association. If you want to check it, replay, head on over to YouTube. You know where to find the stuff. I'm just really glad to see such an incredible show of support for Ole Miss. I've had a lot of Georgia people come up and want to give their score predictions too. They're obviously picking their team, but I want to know what y'all are thinking, man, because shotgun a beer, Ben. You're acting like I haven't already partaken. Mary sent me $100. Mary, tell them. Mary, here's Mary in the chat. Mary sent me $100 via Venmo. All right. I think that's what that QR code is right now. Let's see. No, that's to join the Ole Miss Spirit, which is what you need to do. Join the Ole Miss Spirit. But hey, here's a Venmo. Switching it out. There's Ben's Venmo. Mary sent me $100 and said, Ben, go have fun. I was with my wife and children, and I love them so much. See, yes, Will and I did. Wonderful people, because I took advantage of that. Also today, while taking advantage of that a little bit, saw my friend C.J. Johnson, former Ole Miss defensive lineman. He was staying at the Sheraton too. I love that dude, man. He's doing great things. Looks like $1 million. He was hanging out with Shannon Ward on the second floor there at the Sheraton. I know for you that might be looking for where Ole Miss will be, go to the Marriott at 4:15 if you want to send them off on a bus to go down the Canal Street to the Sugar Bowl. That's when they will be leaving out 4:15 from the Marriott. And yeah, go check that out if you want to, or come here to Mannings right here now and see your friend. See your friend. Good, Mary. Hey, you said you would, and you're a woman of your word, so I thank you. Ben was up. We always up. Very cool, Mary. Absolutely, I agree with Mark. And if you want to help Spirit Ben and Brad Logan out, he doesn't drink, but I will. Hit up that QR code scanner right there now.
I want to thank all of our sponsors. We have a lot of them that have come by and seen us today. Take Charge, Built Different Fitness, College Corner Store, Philip Hearn has come by. I want to say a special thank you to Chad Clardy at Hill Counseling. Give Chad a call today, 662-205-0397. It's hillcounseling.com. If you have anybody that has issues with mental health, psychiatric, or medication management, man, this is not the time. 5 locations in Mississippi, so give Chad a call today.
I'm a big proponent of counseling for mental health. As someone who's gone through that,
You were making a joke.
he always thinks I'm making a joke.
Well,
I'm simply
you do.
saying, take care of your mental health.
All right. Come on in here. Tell me who we got today.
Webb Crunk,
Well, tell me a little bit about your fandom and all that good stuff, where you're from and all that.
Columbus, Mississippi, originally out in Houston, Texas now. My mother was a Ole Miss cheerleader back in around 47, 48,
I got you.
49, and went to Ole Miss back in the 80s. And Billy Brewer came in while I was there and started to get some wins and stuff. Been
So tell me what you
back
do.
to our games ever since.
Tell me what you do now.
Accounting.
I got you. I've seen you around Oxford. You look kind of familiar. So I know you go to games. Tell me what you like about this team.
The scene?
The team.
Oh, the team. Well, yes, the scene is great. And
The scene's great, too.
obviously, most people know that. This team has been really special. Just really how they've come together, not letting distractions and crap bother them, and just keep winning. And they're a fun team to watch and support.
What player do you like to watch most?
Well, Trinidad's great, and Lacey's great, and the receivers are great. We got a lot of great players.
What about defense? What's Ole Miss got to do today that they haven't done earlier this year, like it seemed like Georgia?
Stop them.
There it is.
Field goals instead of touchdowns.
That would be a help. Now tell me, what's your score prediction for the game today?
Ole Miss 38, Georgia 35.
That is going to give a lot of people a heart attack, Ben.
I hope so.
That's going to be interesting. All right, Ben, you got a visitor. Hey, thank you. Appreciate you coming by.
What's your name?
A lot of people here coming out and talking to us here at Mannings. Getting a big round of applause for a lot of his friends that are coming by to say hello. I've talked to some people inside. I think they are coming out. I got a couple of special guests that are here. We're going to be as Ben taking pictures with all of his fans. It's been a lot of fun to watch. I want to say a special thank you to Chick-fil-A in Oxford, the West Jackson Avenue location, and also the location in Northeast Oxford. Lance and his team have been phenomenal to work with. I know, Mary, mental health is very important. That's why Chad Clardy is a proud sponsor on the program, Hill Counseling at hillcounseling.com. So, Ben, we're getting closer and closer to kickoff. Are you still feeling the same way?
I think I do a pretty good job of, I'm an up and down guy. I'm a loud guy, but I try to stay pretty neutral.
Well, I mean, you kind of
pragmatic.
You kind of made me kind of go a little off the reservation over the last couple of weeks. I used to be a much more this way, and I'm much more this way. So,
but you seem happier. You smile a lot more.
You're probably right. I mean, the whole Mississippi State thing just kind of put everything on steroids for us.
Okay, well, see, now I'm in a pickle.
I'm not drinking alcohol, so this is all you.
Not. I know, but he says my mental health would be great if Ben shotguns a beer live. When does it become a work day?
We'll ask the chat. Should Ben shotgun a beer here at Mannings?
I haven't shotgunned a beer probably since college. That's true. I was never good at it, really. Now, I was okay chugging. What I'm really good at is starting to drink beer and not stopping for a long time. That's what alcoholism might be. So good thing I don't do it like I used to. You know what I mean? But I don't think I can pull off the but I can do something. I can chug one right here now, especially if they scan the QR code and do like Mary did, send me $100 to drink beer. Are you kidding me? Diet can start.
Did Mary just send you $100?
She did it last night at the Ole Miss Alumni Association. Now I had the wife and kids with me, but then we partook when we could. Yes. I'll send you 50 because you deserve it.
I didn't say anything, but I thought we were partners in this.
Well, we are. She said 100.
Would Mary be cool if I ate supper with my 50 instead of drink it?
Yes. So I will Venmo you $50. So Mary's going to say this. See, chugging one will suffice.
Okay. Well,
or can I just drink as much as I can? See, but then I got to work.
Gail says you should shotgun.
Again, I'm a terrible shotgunner. But it does sound fun. We'll see. But here's what I want to talk about first and foremost. I don't know how much longer we're going to do this, by the way. We said we're going to be here to 4. Are we broadcasting all the way to 4?
We'll see where we're at.
We'll see where we're at. I mean, are we strong with signal?
We're wide open with signal. We're great. So I think 4 is good.
Okay, so we're good. A lot of shotguns. I don't have your Venmo, Brad. That's what. See, I'll take care of it, Mary. Don't worry. I'll make sure he gets his 50.
Brad Logan 80.
Okay.
Brad Logan 80.
I'll get you your $50. I haven't drank $100 worth of beer, but if I could, I would. I haven't shotgunned a beer since college, but I just want to drink one because it is a celebration here at Mannings. We're downstairs. Trace Bruckler's dad's downstairs. Where is he? Where's Trace's dad? Hi, how you doing?
Hello, man.
How you doing, brother? Good to see you. How are you? Hi. Hi, Ginger. Nice to meet you. Pop Bruckler, Trace Bruckler, if you're here in Mannings, come on down. Having a beer live works for me. Sounds great. Sounds great to me. I want to be able to talk to a number of other people for y'all, but I'm getting more bullish, yes, and stubborn about picking Ole Miss. And I feel like all this work I've done to not be a stupid old me is going to bite me in the ass. But dang it, it's hard not to get swept up in it. We're down here in Mannings, right off Fulton Street. Poydras, walk over here, talk to us. Seen a lot of friends. Eric Jernigan walked in. I guess he's left by now. Alabama and Indiana are about to kick off. Will they make it 0-for-7 Indiana as first-round teams with a bye in the college football playoff? Would Georgia then make it 0-for-8? There's some serious questions to be asked, but Brad's going to ask them more questions.
But there it is. And the hotty toddy cheer has broke out here.
See, one thing about the beer. It's not a knock. They're just very, very busy. It's hard to get anything to drink right now. Let alone beer. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
We'll work on that. We've got someone coming in here. Grant Hughes loves the Ole Miss Rebels. Graduate of Ole Miss. Grant, brother, it's good to see you.
You too, man. Good to see you.
Tell me a little about your fandom. I know you graduated, went to Ole Miss, and just kind of always been a Rebel. As long as I can remember, anyway.
My fandom started when I was 3 years old. I remember sitting there watching football with my uncle and my grandfather. And 4 years old, my grandfather took me into the stadium for the first time on his shoulders. I can still remember the image when I walked into the stadium and been a fan ever since. 47 years.
I know we've crossed paths a lot in the stadium. What did you think about this year's team, and what do you like about specifically the offense of this team?
I mean, I feel this team to me will always go down as one of my favorite teams in Ole Miss history because of what they've gone through. And unfortunately, the fact that they haven't had much notoriety because of all the things that have been taken away from them throughout the season with all the things that have happened. But I'm hoping that now is the time where they can really get a chance to shine, and get a chance to show the rest of the country what they're really about. And it's about the team and about the coaches and not about one person.
You and I are Calhoun County guys, and not to say that we're definitely not big city people. I just lean toward we're more common sense people.
Yeah.
And we kind of have the same kind of background. And it feels like just on the surface, that's kind of what Pete Golding is.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I totally agree with that. Yeah, I'm really hoping Pete, wishing he succeeds, and I think the Ole Miss fan base is really behind him 100%.
What do you like about the team? This is a team to where last year, 9-3, had the world by the tail, fell against Kentucky. And Ole Miss has kind of figured some things out this year when they didn't figure it out that last year. But on paper, this team is just not as good. But all of a sudden, they're 12-1.
It's the intangibles, I think, just the grit. I mean, this team has gotten better as the year's gone on. They've continually gelled, and they've continually got better. They fought through adversity. They've been a little bit fortunate, I think, and hopefully that continues on tonight and hopefully beyond tonight with injuries. They've been pretty healthy most of the year. And I don't know, just a little bit older, veteran in some spots. We got some real good leaders on this team. Not to say that last year's team didn't have good leaders in it, but I don't know. I just love the grit about this team. I love the business approach of this team and just how steady they've been all year.
Defensively, obviously, it was a rough go. At September 20th, Ole Miss really struggled against Georgia. As we know, 17 points in the second half, never stopped. Georgia never forced a punt. What does Ole Miss have to do today that it didn't do a couple months ago?
Obvious question is they got to get stops, right? However that comes, they got to force turnovers, get stops, force field goals, get off the field, whatever it takes. I expect them to play a lot more inspired football today than they did last. Not to say that they didn't last time, but I think they probably heard that since that game, and I think they're probably going to take it to heart this week, tonight. And I expect them to get some stops and play a lot better tonight.
So, are you still in Georgia?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Tell me where you're at, what you're doing.
So I'm about 40 minutes north of downtown. Personal trainer. Do fitness and health coaching over there. Been over there in the Atlanta area for 25 years. Was in Macon, south of Atlanta, for 2 years. So 27 years in Georgia total for me. But that's where I've been.
I know you're excited. You got your daughter here with you today.
Yeah, my youngest. Yep.
18, I think.
She is. Yes, sir.
And a big Ole Miss fan, I hope.
She is by default.
Tell me what the score is going to be today.
I'm going to go 31-28 Georgia, just in a slight edge. My heart tells me otherwise, but this is a gold standard. Georgia's a gold standard.
You picked my exact score, so I had it reversed. So
maybe we got the right score the other way around.
We've been giving these away. This is obviously, you can get those at the College Corner store today.
Oh, yeah.
Scott and his entire team do a wonderful job.
That's where I got this at.
There it is. And go by and see Scott. They're at West. They're on 6th Avenue, right past the Chick-fil-A on the left. This is going to be your hat. So thank you, brother. It's good to see you. Thanks for coming by to visit with us. Talk to you soon. Grant Hughes, a good friend who is now living in Georgia, Ben, and just so many Rebels. I talked to a couple of Rebels from Chicago that have flown in for the game. So many Rebels are having a big time. We've got Alabama and Indiana on the screen here, and a very celebratory, really enjoyable time for Ole Miss fans.
Absolutely. And what they were cheering for just a second ago, I don't know if y'all really heard that, but Alabama got a sack on 3rd and 4. My friend, how are you? They decided to go back to the hotel. Yeah, they were hungry. They wanted some Starbucks. I love them more than anything in the world. But Alabama got a sack on 3rd and 4, forcing Indiana to punt. Dude, are we staring at another one? That's what people keep asking me. Like everybody I talk to back here, and it's been so cool talking to so many people here at Mannings. And it hadn't just been them. I mean, they talked about the drive home.
Yeah,
it's been. So,
you should have heard what you need to go back and hear what Mason said about how many people come by and just say how much they enjoy listening to us post game. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Because everyone, I get 2 things. One, I watch all your stuff, read all your stuff at the Ole Miss Spirit, OleMissSpirit.com, and affiliated on 3. Sign up today, 50% off as long as Ole Miss is in the college football playoff. And are you making money off the stuff, off the merchandise? To which I say, I'm blessed in other ways. And when I'm blessed in other ways is like, I would have never been at Mannings for a pregame of the Sugar Bowl with Ole Miss, a win, taking them further towards their first title since the 60s, if not for this year, being with you, having some fun with these people. It's been so much fun, and we are blessed, my friend. And if Indiana loses too, that's the problem. I feel like we're in an echo chamber, which we are, but like, dang, dude, like the things we.
I mean, we kind of went from the Ole Miss Alumni Association party to Mannings, that's named after Archie's family. So yeah.
Yeah, look, Mary's already saying, Ben, pass the Venmo to Brad. I owe you $50.
Thanks, Mary. By the way, this is my Venmo.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
What?
I'm sending you your money. She sent you $100.
Oh, Mary.
All right, now
Mary, DM me your mailing address, and I'm going to send you this.
That goes to Mary.
Yeah.
We put that aside. Or Mary, let's ask her. Blue or white?
Right. So these are available at the College Corner store.
Yeah.
We got this one. One of these is yours, Mary.
You pick.
Or that one.
Or we just send her one both, because her and Will both are loyal listeners.
I'm just going to send you both of them.
Here, so
put them aside.
I make the call though. Mary, Will.
Okay. That's the way it is. By the way, this blue one, that's the logo on the side.
Too.
Yeah.
47 brand's got the best fitted.
How y'all? And so that those are for you, Mary. So that's awesome.
Mary,
how do I DM? Just send.
Email me, spiritbin1@gmail.com.
There you go. So we want to make sure, Mary, that you get those hats. You bet.
Amazing. And she's been a loyal listener and follower and commenter ever since we started this. And I didn't realize how much it had grown until I've talked to so many people in and around New Orleans who continually come up and say hello and mention the show and mention how much they appreciate us being a part of the ride with them, which is a great thing to see, because that was what kind of lost with the cult of personality, this communal aspect of Ole Miss. What makes it Ole Miss? This feels like Ole Miss. Except it's in New Orleans for the Sugar Bowl. It's a really cool thing.
But really, though, I mean, we talk about community, and here's the thing: we talk about.
I know that got brought out to me special. I just said, like, "What do you want to drink?"
Okay, you can deal with your shotgun situation. My thing is it doesn't matter if you're in New Orleans. It doesn't matter if you're in Oxford, you're in Jackson, you're in Memphis,
I got it.
You're in Chicago. Ole Miss is everywhere.
They don't act right. See, he gets it.
He's got a whole lot of those ultras in his hand too.
That's more my vibe. You know.
What used to be your vibe?
I guess this has always been my vibe. Yes, we're very live. You want to come talk on the radio? Come on, sit there. No, she said no.
Okay, she said no. Well, we were close.
She passed on you.
This I've talked to Coach. Coach,
Look at that for Mary. See, that's why she gets hats. You know,
yeah,
these guys held us fans together for so long. You're trying to get me emotional. I told you I'm more crying now that I'm 40. You know,
I talked with Eric Rice just a little bit ago. I don't know if you remember Eric. He played in the late 90s,
yes,
early
I do remember
2000s.
Eric Rice.
He's coming out to see us in just a little bit. We'll talk about some of the days of playing. Ben, who is that?
Don't know.
I know he played at Ole Miss, and I cannot think of his
I
name.
saw C.J. Johnson at the Sheridan. He was with Channing Ward. That was wild because they're like old guys now.
Yeah.
And that was when I was going back to try to find the cord that I lost because apparently I just lose things now.
That's you, not me. That's you saying that, not me.
Have you talked to Evie and Emily and the girls? Do we know they're doing okay?
Yeah, they're at the hotel, and Evie's waiting on us to get back, and then we'll head over to the game. Also, special thank you to Smitty Smith, taking care of me. He helped me out with a ticket for Evie, so thanks to Smitty. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Ben, we got a guest real quick.
Hit it up.
Come on. Yeah, just put it right there. Come on in here. Tell me a little bit about who you are, because you had a great story.
Yeah, so I'm Jason. I'm from Chicago. My daughter's a sophomore at Ole Miss. Two-year season ticket holder. Big college sports fan.
Yeah.
Being from Big Ten country, I was always Notre Dame. But then once I experienced the SEC football, just automatically became an SEC fan. So happy to be here, and let's get a win.
I think we were talking a moment ago. Did you fly down?
We actually drove from Chicago. We stayed in southern Mississippi 2 nights ago and then made the trip to New Orleans yesterday. We got into town.
So Chicago native?
Chicago native, yep. Always lived in Illinois, Big Ten football. But once you experience the SEC and the Grove and all the tailgating and the passion, it's a whole different ball game here.
Now, this is unrelated. Do you follow Illinois? All right, brother. Do you follow Big Ten? Do you follow Illinois football?
Ole Miss football?
Illinois.
Oh, Illinois. Yeah, Illinois. Big Brett Bielema fan. I know it didn't work out for him at Arkansas, but what he's done at Illinois, he's keeping a lot of the big-time recruits in Illinois now that were going to Penn State, Michigan, Ohio State. So he's starting to keep them in Illinois. And I know they underachieved this year. They were expecting to make the playoffs. I think they got as high as 9. But I think they're going to be – I don't think they're quite at the Oregon State level, but I think they're going to be just below them.
Yeah, the reason I was saying that, of course, Luke Altmaier started his career at Ole Miss, star from Mississippi guy, really good family, and I was glad to see he won that bowl game.
Yeah, big fan. I will tell you, Illinois fans love him. Hopefully he plays on Sundays. I think he's going to have a chance to do that. Just a great kid from what I hear. Just a bulldog. Never got hurt. Was always there for him. But yeah, very happy that they could beat Tennessee the other night.
So tell me what you like about this team, this Ole Miss team.
I think it's truly a team. Like last year, everyone said we had more talent. This year's team seems more, they have the camaraderie. They're always in it. In close games, we're pulling out those close games where last year it seemed like we didn't. I think what helps this year is we have a running game that we didn't have last year. Ever since when Quinshawn left last year with the whole deal with the running back room. I think having a running game really helps the passing game, and I think that really helps Trinidad take a little bit of pressure off himself.
Yeah.
Coming from a Division II program, knowing that he doesn't have to sling it all over the field. He can if he needs to, but having Keywan there to run the ball, I think it takes a lot of pressure off him. So I'm hoping today we can get that running game going, and hopefully it opens up the deep passes later in the game.
Yeah, that's a good point. And one thing I'll ask you that I'd like your thoughts on this. I've always said Keywan Lacey, while he's a great running back, is a great pass blocker, and picking up the blitz and that sort of thing. I don't know with his shoulder, the way that it is, how that's going to look, but I think there is a cause of concern there.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing, just listening to your show on the way up here the other day, I guess we'll find out first quarter, first series of the game. We'll see what he does. Maybe they put in different packages where he doesn't have to pass block or pass protect as much. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe use more of the tight ends to block, but we'll see. Hopefully he can go. But otherwise, I have confidence in Logan Diggs. I think he can step up and do just as good a job. I mean, in the time he had against Tulane, I thought he stepped up and did a pretty good job. So, but yeah, he's a workhorse. We definitely need Lacey.
Tell me your thought on Pete Golding. It feels to me like, I'll be honest, I've known him for quite a while, all his days back to Delta State. But from your interactions of watching him online and seeing his mannerisms and that sort of thing, what are your just outside thoughts on Pete Golding?
I think he's just a football guy. I think he's a 180 from the other guy we had. I think he's all business. I think the players love playing for him, truly. I think we're going to get the top 4 or 5-star defensive players around the country to come play for us. I love the way he managed the game at Tulane. I thought when he decided to kick field goals was the right move. When he decided to go for it was the right move. I think he's very organized. Obviously, coming from the saving tree, I think he's well prepared, and I think it was a great hire by Keith Carter.
Awesome, man. Thanks for coming by. We really appreciate it. Before you go anywhere, we want to say how much we appreciate these hats by the College Corner store. Scott's got these in stock today, and here it's got that college football playoff logo on it, and of course it's an official Sugar Bowl hat, and you can get that today in store or go to collegecornerstore.com and you get it shipped to your house. This one's yours.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks you, Greg. Appreciate you coming by. With a lot of fans out here at Mannings as everybody's getting ready for kickoff. That's of course coming. You want to come over here and visit? A lot of fans getting ready to crank up for the kickoff coming up tonight at 7 o'clock. A lot of our sponsors just came by, and that's the thing about it. All of our sponsors are our friends, oddly enough. And so it's really cool. All of our sponsors, it's all been because of a relationship business that we've got. We've got the QR code right there. You can shoot us in Venmo if you'd like to be a part of the broadcast. If you have a question, we'll be glad to address that. But we couldn't do it. We do it without our friends at Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Oxford. Brian was here. We interviewed him a little bit ago. Mason, the manager there, 662-371-8284. Allen Samuels, cdjr.com. But go by and tell them that you watched us and heard about us on the drive home, and they'll put you in a brand new vehicle today. We've talked about Hill Counseling and Chad Clardy. Chad and his entire team at Hill Counseling, 662-205-0397 for any type of mental health or any type of medication management. 5 locations in Mississippi. Philip Hearn joins us as well. He's at the Hearn Law Firm. He's got 5 locations in Mississippi. He's got the store there in Blue Mountain. I say store. That's his #1 business in Blue Mountain. And he's got other locations throughout Mississippi. Medical malpractice, car accidents. Give him a call, 662-235-8850. Nice use of the tie bar. Yeah, that's it. I have to use the tie bar because I'm 85 years old when it comes to that sort of thing. College Corner Store, Scott is right over here to my left. He's a huge fan of ours, and he has been a huge component of what we do here at the drive home. All of our hats that we're giving away are brought to you by our friends at the College Corner Store. Built Different Fitness, bdoxford.com. I thought our Built Different Fitness guy was still here, but we'll tell you, we're going by, and we're going to get a complimentary membership in Ben. And I are going to be a part of that Built Different Fitness family. I cannot wait. We can have the cold splash, the sauna, the elliptical, the everything that you need. And goodness knows I need it. bdoxford.com, 662-832-0961. Go by and see it today at 2580 on West Jackson Avenue, Suite 39 in Oxford. And they will get you to see the good folks at Built Different Fitness. Ole Miss and Georgia kicking off at 7 o'clock as we almost are to the 3:30 hour as Mannings is getting absolutely slammed here. Full of Ole Miss fans, a lot of powder blue. We've talked to a lot of fans today. We've talked to a lot of our sponsors. We talked to Jake Thompson early on in the broadcast. And I think a lot of the questions, as I just had a conversation with our good friend from Chicago, a lot of the questions are, what is Ole Miss going to look like in regards to Kewan Lacey and his health? We know that he had the brace on his left shoulder when we had the media availability earlier this week. How's he going to be from a health standpoint? Daquan Wright, who's also played injured all year long, and I think Lane Kiffin talked about him being always injured and always playing through. He's like, look, just come out of the game. He's like, he will not do it. He will not do it. He's an incredible player. And so Pete Golding said the same thing. it's going to be a situation where it's a pain tolerance, but he will be a go. Those are two players that I think are huge. But I've said all along, I've said it the last probably month of the season. To me, the offensive line is the key for me. I mean, I've been straight up about it, and the reason I say that is they have been superb over the last couple of weeks. I mean, everybody talks about the distractions with Lane. You know, is he staying? Is he going? And then he finally leaves, and then Pete's coming in. I get all that. Distractions are one thing, and Ole Miss has kind of fought through those distractions. They're undefeated. They're undefeated in all of those distractions. Undefeated. And so the distractions are gone. Now you can just play football. Pete said it best, spot the ball and go. So you've got that. But once again, my main thing, the offensive line has been a stalwart for this team. The offensive line, to me, under John Garrison, who, by the way, signed the extension, he's good. One thing that stands out to me, too, Bryson Sanders, when he left the facility, after Pete Golding was named the head coach, when we were live on location, I looked over my shoulder, and Bryson Sanders said, we're hotty-totty. We're going to win the national championship. That's what this team has. And Brandon just said it. This crowd behind us, it gave him a 22 College World Series vibes. I mean, there's a very much a quiet confidence with this team. There's a quiet confidence with this coaching staff. And quite frankly, I think there's a quiet confidence with this fan base. And here's a great point that Bobby Patrick just made. He says an 0-8 streak for the bye teams. I look over my shoulder, and I see Indiana and Alabama going at it right now. And so far, the bye teams are 0-6. I think it's 0-6. Maybe wrong. Somebody may have to tell me. But right now, Indiana is driving, no score with 1:53 to go, and the clock is rolling. So, yeah, here's the thing. I'm not going to start a chant, but I figure somebody might here in just a moment as the crowd is getting bigger and bigger. 0-6, 0-7. Titans says 0-6. In any event, that's where things are. But Ben, I was talking about how at the end of the day, I love Bryson Sanders. I love the fact that the offensive line has been together. Patrick Kudus, the winner of the whole trophy. To me, that's a huge component of the game. They want to come say?
You want to talk to Brad? Come talk to Brad. Hey, Brad.
All right.
Watching y'all on TV.
Amazing.
On your broadcast.
Okay. Now tell me what your name is.
Watson Galloway.
Okay. Now tell me who your favorite team is.
Ole Miss.
Okay. Tell me who your favorite player is.
Probably Keywan Lacey.
Okay. That's a good one to have because Lacey is one of the best offensive players. Lacey he's got that shoulder problem, so you need to say a special one for him today because he's dealing with a shoulder issue. Who else do you like on the team?
Shambles is really good too.
Apparently, we've got somebody that knows their football, Ben. He said his favorite player is Keywan Lacey, but he also likes Trinidad Chambliss.
You get it, my guy. That'd be
Awesome. Well, do you have a score prediction today?
I think it's going to be a really close game, but I think we'll pull it off.
You think Ole Miss is going to win?
Hopefully.
That's awesome. Tell me your name again.
Watson Galloway.
Watson. Watson is picking the Rebels, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Watson. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate y'all watching. Mom, thank you.
We're Coast Rebels.
Yeah, I failed to ask. Where are you from, Watson?
Gulfport, Mississippi.
All right, so you're a Gulfport resident. Thank you. We appreciate you coming by. Thanks very much, guys. We appreciate you watching. Wow. Yeah. That was Watson coming by to say hello to us here at Mannings. We'll be here for another little less than 30 minutes. We'll have to break everything down and get to the stadium quickly because we've got a lot of work to do once we get inside the stadium. A special thank you to so many people that have.
Look what happened. These Georgia fans behind us gave us their leftover wings.
I don't consider those leftover. I mean, it's not like they were boxed up and warmed up. That's leftovers. That's just wing. That's just extra.
We got extra wings.
That's extra.
From Georgia fans right over here with us. So the hospitality extends beyond Ole Miss, but you'll be shocked to learn they're picking the Dogs.
They're not inside our eco chamber, are they, Ben?
No, they are not inside.
we have been in the echo chamber of echo chambers, but I'm telling you, man, like as we're watching Alabama and Indiana battle it out, I'm a broken record, but dude, I'm kind of convinced. Now, look, a lot about the game is still the same, bro. A lot of it is still the same. Like Ole Miss does have issues in run defense. All right, William Eccles has been incredible. TJ Daugherty has been great, a really good linebacker, but this year it's been a little bit up and down. And run fitting in particular has never been his strong suit anyway. Andrew Jones went in against Georgia because he added a physical element of linebacker that they did not have. There's a reason you haven't seen a lot of Taj Chambers and a lot of Jaden Yates. Go ahead if you need to go. Okay, so take it back. That Taj Chambers and Jaden Yates is because like the physical nature of playing that position from a running standpoint, Georgia whipped their butts. You see what I'm saying? So if you're not better against the run and you give up 5.5, 6 yards per carry like you did against Tulane, you ain't going to win 41-10. They're probably going to whoop your ass. All right. So there's some things they got to do better at. But like when you get down here in NOLA, I hadn't been here so long. I lived here for 6 months, worked in the Sun Belt Conference office, like right over there.
Yeah.
Right past Mother's. It's to be in the environment, to see the fans, to see the excitement, to see the results of the college football playoff up to this point. Let's go ahead and look at.
We got a question here, Ben. How do you feel scale of 1 to 10?
Ben, how do you feel right now? Scale of 1 to 10. I'm a 7. I'm a 7. I'm feeling pretty. I'm
more along the lines of a 6.
Yeah, you're like a 5. Like it would be.
I'm definitely over the 5.
5.8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just on the borderline for you. Like, but for me, and again, I fully acknowledge I'm totally getting swept up in the environment. It's wonderful. It feels like Ole Miss. I don't want to keep bringing it back to this, but like, guys, this was a 12-1 season. I remember what it was like to dream of 12-1 seasons when I was a kid growing up. All right, it's just the truth. I'm not going to run from that. So, like, to see people get their moment and enjoy their moment, it feels like something special that you'll be talking about for a long time. A lot like that 2022.
Somebody just posted that.
No.
Somebody said it feels like a 2022 Omaha with a few less high jollies.
See my guy here. I think this is Chris Whiteside. Ben started chant FRA style. FRA, and when I was in New Albany High School, I was the face, you could say, especially my senior year, because I don't want to shortchange Jamie Coleman, my brother Daniel, Kyle Stanford, those guys, Jack Ballard, that really were big parts of the FRA. We were the front row assholes. We had the greatest student section in the history of high school basketball in Mississippi. And if I started to chant, it would be something along the lines of hotty toddy, which really wouldn't fit the FRA, but that's what that is. For anybody who wants to know a little New Albany culture, since you're like an adopted New Albanian now. Really, you met more New Albany people today. So anyway, I'm at about a 7. You know why? Because, yes, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the moment that was almost robbed of Ole Miss because of a cult of personality. They won the playoff game. This is the biggest stage that Ole Miss has ever had. That is not an exaggeration. It is the biggest stage Ole Miss has ever had. Tell me where I'm wrong, and you won't be able to. You'll say, well, like they didn't play for it. The 60s were a different time. For Ole Miss to go 12-1 with this schedule and to have this, I mean, they will have the stage of all stages in college football tonight. It feels like something pretty special. And again, the worms started turning for your friend Ben. When dadgummit Miami upset Ohio State because me and City were calling that, I'm like, oh my gosh, is it all? Are we in the timeline that leads to that? Why not?
I think it's a good point by Mark. The linebackers are the weak spot. Hope it doesn't show up today. Need more blitzes, Pete. I don't know that the linebackers are the weak spot, but that's the exact position to where Georgia's really good at their tight end play in the red zone. I think that's something Ole Miss has to pay close attention to.
Lawson Lucky had 3 touchdowns. 3 against Ole Miss in October. Yes, the linebackers, the tight end, like those. That's a part of why you didn't get a single stop in October. The physicality of the run game and the physical nature of having more than just William Eccles like Xavier Harris. You're 6'7", man. You need to have a monster game. The game of games today, right? You need to eat space like you should eat space at 6'7". But if you can't, Cam Franklin moving down from edge a couple, like he's become a really good. He's like Jared Ivey. Jared was really effective, undersized a little bit as far as his weight on the interior. But man, when he kicked inside, he was sure effective. Yeah, there's a reason why he made the Seattle Seahawks as an undrafted free agent. I mean, this guy he had a hell of a year. Cam Franklin's doing the exact same kind of thing, building the same kind of resume. There are answers to the questions. It's just Are you going to answer them? Right? Are you going to count for the tight end better? Because Lawson Lucky, which is an amazing name.
Yeah, it is.
It like sounds like something somebody would make up. So like a really crappy screenplay, and they like. Anyway, Lawson Lucky, yeah, he ran absolutely free against you in October. If he does it again, you're not going to win. You're just not. But even with all of that, if they'd have gotten one stop. But that also assumes that that the defense or that the offense is going to be as productive as it was the last time. But also, what are you looking at?
There's a note.
Hair doesn't go wild in the wind like yours been. Take some notes.
It has some product in it.
See, here's what you always know about your boy. All right. All natural, all the time. We going into the grave whenever we can, like whenever we're at the end of the road. You know what I mean? That's what it's going to look like. You want to keep spiking? I ain't hating the game. It looks good. He looks better than me. I look like a hobo. I'm just saying.
Ben, when we talk at the end of the game at midnight or whatever, how in the final scores, Ole Miss, whatever.
We said different.
Anyway, so the score is Ole Miss wins. Insert score here. It really doesn't matter as long as you win the game. How does it happen?
Jump on them early. Absorb their because what they're going to do is wear you down. It's not about the initial punch, right? But for Ole Miss, if you can attack them and jump on them like you did, and when you get to the opportunity to make the winning play, which turned out to be the fourth down conversion, make the play. It's really like that simple. They're going to run on you. You can say, "Oh well, stop the run." You're not going to. Like you could maybe hold them to less than 5 yards per carry. That would go a long way, and you winning this game. Or you get that one critical stop, because a turnover on downs is just like an interception. It's a turnover, right? When that time comes, make that one single stop. It sounds simplistic, but when you have two even teams like you do in this Sugar Bowl 2026, now 2026, shout out the Ole Miss Alumni Association New Year's Eve party that we were live at. You got to go with the 1 point.
I got to guess, Coach. Eric Rice. A lot of people remember Coach Rice. Well, I call him Coach because he coached all these years. Coach Rice, Eric Rice joins me. It's good to see you, Coach.
All right, great to be here. This is an exciting time to be a Rebel. We are charting territories. I'm so excited about the opportunity we have tonight.
Now, you and I talked. You played here at Ole Miss. Tell me what years you played.
I played from 2000 to 2004. So I had the great opportunity to be on that 2003, 2004 Cotton Bowl team that went to the Cotton Bowl. And so I'm excited to be here today for that same excitement for these young men tonight.
What's it like as a former player, seeing someone like another former, not player at Ole Miss, but a player in Pete Golding have success and all of the success that Ole Miss has had over the last couple of years?
Well, as a former player, to see how far the program has grown, to see the facilities that the young men have now, I think that we kind of build those building blocks so we can get to this point to see what we need. And to see these young men thrive with a coach like Pete Golden, who I really relate with. He's very energetic. You can tell that he's a player's coach because he's all about the players. And I know they're excited about that. And as a former player, I am excited about that as well.
Yeah, you kind of led into my next question. What makes Pete such a good fit at Ole Miss?
I think he's an outstanding fit because he want to be here. That's the first thing. He went to Delta State, played ball there. He talks about how his family wanted to be in Oxford. And I think that make a huge difference. And I think he's going to do an outstanding job in keeping the program going in the right direction.
Looking at this team, what do you like about this current team? I know you've seen them play a lot. I've seen you in Oxford, but what do you like about this specific team for Ole Miss?
I love their grit. I love their determination. I love the way that when they're faced with adversity, they find a way to build on that and move forward and not let it get them down. I thought after that Georgia game, we really made an emphasis that next week against Oklahoma, and I really saw the turnaround in our team at that point. We have for the rest of the season, they move forward with that same mentality.
You're a former tight end at Ole Miss, incredible high school tight end and college tight end. Daquan Wright's been a huge piece for this offense. Kind of a tight end, kind of a slot guy. What do you like about these tight ends and what makes them so special?
They're big guys. They're very athletic. They have soft hands. They do a great job running the route tree. And when they're asked to block, they do a good job in doing that because Lacey wouldn't be the running back that he is without somebody blocking for him. So obviously they're doing a great job in that aspect. I think they have great NFL attributes as it pertains to being a tight end with their size and with their athletic abilities.
So real quick, I know you're off the football field, not coaching. You're doing more administrative stuff still at Charleston, right? How are you enjoying that?
I'm enjoying it very well. We're trying to do a great job down in Charleston. Charleston has a great football tradition. Anybody from Mississippi knows about. And so our task is to make sure that we have student athletes. And one of the things I'm so proud about is that has been the principal. I don't have football players that come to my office. And that means a lot. There's a credit to those coaches. And we just want to try to build a culture in our school that we're not only about athletics, but we're also about academics. And I think that me being a person that has been a coach, and understand the side of it, we're able to do that.
Now, you still doing some stuff outside of maybe do a little cooking?
Yeah, I do a little cooking. I do a little crawfish, a little shot of rubber ball out of Mississippi. When they come around, you're in town. You can come stand around and eat a pound.
Where are y'all located usually when crawfish are in season?
We're located at Texaco, right on South Lamar at the roundabout. As you're going to the square, where you can come and see us. But we'll come to you. So wherever you are, you can give us a call, and we cater any event, none too big or too small.
Give us a number.
662-471-3510. Once again, 662-471-3510.
All right, Coach. Awesome. Enjoy the game. Appreciate you coming by. That's Coach Eric Rice, now serving in an administrative capacity at Charleston High School. And Bryson Sanders' dad just walked up. Brad Logan. Pleasure. Good to see you. You bet. We just talked about Bryson just a little bit ago about he's all rebel. And to have that type of player that supports the current head coach, to have that type of player that when the coaches announced, I mean, obviously the room erupted. The audio actually leaked of what happened inside the room. Then the video, it never leaked. But there were snippets of the video that the Ole Miss official football account posted. And it's when Director of Athletics, Keith Carter, announced Pete Golding and the crowd erupts. And then Pete walks up. And look, I've said this a lot. When you look at the Ole Miss administration and you look at what it's 3-0, Indiana has kicked the field goal. When you look at the Ole Miss administration and what I've said that makes Ole Miss so special and why they've succeeded so much, it is a very much a 4, 5, and 6 prong effect. And a lot of that leads because of Director of Athletics Keith Carter. And Ben, what I was talking is when Pete was announced, Bryson Sanders, who just visited with you said hello to his dad. He was one of the first ones that came out of the facility and said, you know, hotty toddy, man, we're going to work. Yeah. And I don't know if it was him, but somebody said, we're going to win a national championship. And like I said, I'm not trying to put that off him. I'm just saying there was a lot of support for Pete Golding, and he was one of them.
It was really cool to meet Gary. As I told him, he has a hell of a football player. And Bryson Sanders, his son, is a starting center for Ole Miss. He's been an MVP of this season. But more than that, he's a great human being. And many of the leaders that stepped up and had a problem with the messiness of the last, call it a month, Bryson stepped up. And yes, he is one that says we're going to win a title. He is one that says, why not us? It's more us, not just the we, not the me. He's really been about that life, consistent. But you have to pair that consistency as far as your leadership and maturity with on the field play. And few have been more like, we don't talk enough about Ole Miss has started essentially the same starting 5 all year round. What has got your attention on the screen?
Everybody's ripping it. So those LSU people are Ole Miss people.
I don't know what might be the problem.
They're making fun of us for interviewing fans and sponsors, saying that it's weak. Somebody said we have terrible production.
They're home. First of all, that's just first. Now it's time. Ben's what's grinding my gears. Who's sitting at home and who's at Mannings? I don't care. We got 3,000 people watching this thing right now. We're at Mannings Sugar Bowl. Ole Miss about to potentially win over Georgia to continue its march towards its first title since the 60s. You know what's really pathetic? That you're having to hang out with us. You know, who cares? Now, as far as the production quality, I have learned something about these mics. We got to hardwire it in.
That's fine. We'll learn as we go.
But also, I got to get a new cord for the thing. because I'm shit.
And we're just going to have that. We're going to have the mixer bowl with the hard XLRs. All right, so Bobby Patrick, I've had those crawfish. I'll chat tomorrow. That's our guy, Aaron Rice, cooks those Rebel Warriors.
Dude, can I just say how cool it was? So, like, that is Eric Rice. I used to like memorize the media guys back when I was a kid. Eric Rice, right when he walked in, the first time I ever met him, I said, number 80, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, dude, I know. Like, oh my God. Kamon Fisher wearing 84 as a defensive tackle was one of the coolest things.
Yeah.
So, like, that a lot of that's lost now. I had to explain to some young bucks who ate some of our boneless chicken wings given to us from Georgia fans. I explained to them who that was. That was Eric Rice. That's what this is, man. It's the Ole Miss community coming together for the biggest day in Ole Miss history. So you worried about commenters in chat? I'm worried about when like after we wrap this, how many beers I'm going to drink because I got to drink for two.
I'm just really excited to have all these people on and have a good time. And somebody's
You did great.
ripping us.
I thought it was great.
What are we doing? All products, either shotgun or leave the bar.
Tell him, see? Tell him. Haters gonna hate.
Hey,
I know.
with that, so it's one of the two. You got to do one of the two.
One of the two. All right. Hi, friends. Hi, buddy. Hey, man. How are you? Good to see you, brother. Good. All right. Those are my options. It's either shotgun or lay the hottie toddy.
There's only.
How about this? If you're here at Mannings, you'll see probably both of those things very soon. That's what you got to do. You got to be here with us on site, and we'll worry about the tech side and get it all worked out. We got the internet working. We know what we need. We got the hardwire in for the camera. I got to get a new thing, but I'm not worried about no commenters. I'm worried about whether or not Ole Miss is going to come out with a win today. Go 1-0 with that 1-0 mentality.
Yeah. So somebody interrupted us. What else do you think? Yeah, or do both. What is, we're visiting at the end of the game. What has Ole Miss done? And we've got 8 minutes to go. What has Ole Miss done if they win the game?
They got to stop. They got a big stop, not just the one stop. Like I think if you're not going to have a situation where Georgia grinds you down like that, I mean, you have to have a little bit more like self fortitude. You know what I mean? And they will. I expect them to have that. But more than anything, it's the critical turnover. Like I don't think people appreciate enough the interception by Jalen Braxton again in the Tulane game. Tulane was marching, and that would have been a single-digit game had they scored. And he made an interception, a nice play. Now the ball was thrown behind him by Jake Retzlaff. But Jalen Braxton is one of the players I listed in the Ole Miss Spirit, OleMissSpirit.com, fit on 3 sign up today for 50% off. As long as Ole Miss is in the playoff. You can also scan this QR code at the top right corner. There it is. Join the Ole Miss Spirit today. And if you do, we're giving out footballs for Big Game Football Factories, custom-made college football playoff football. Is that another stop?
Yeah. Indiana got another stop. They're up 3-0 on Alabama.
Do you think that Alabama will lose that game with the trends of things? Like, Kalen DeBoer cannot avoid the conversations constantly about his job when he's one of the very best coaches in college football. I don't remember what we were necessarily talking about.
Jalen Braxton.
Jalen Braxton. He made that critical play. It was a critical play early on, changed the game in a lot of ways. He's come on the last month.
Big interception against Tulane.
Which is what I was talking about. Prince Willie
Sean got against Georgia a couple months ago.
Six straight games with a sack for Prince Willie Monmiele. Gunnar Stockton completed 26 of 31 passes last game. He wasn't pressured much at all. You got pressure in his face. Because not only that, he was your leading rusher too. So you got to hit him a little bit, and I think Prince was a key to that. Prince Willie Monmiele will have gotten sacks. Another interview coming from Brad. Here you go, Brad. Oh, another handing out hats. Jalen Braxton, Prince Willie Monmiele, Kewan Lacey rushed for 31 yards. 31 back in October. They're wanting to do interviews. Join us. Well, that seems rather cold. If we don't get the dub and continue destiny, I blame Ben's lack of shotgun.
Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I don't know if Ben's a shotgun or beer. That doesn't concern me at all. But what Ben's going to do when the clock hits 3:58, he's going to lead this crew in hot and toddy, and we're going off the air. That's what's going to happen.
because I do try to do my job well, you know. Come on now. All right. Jalen Braxton, Keywan Lacey had that, but okay, whatever. The Hayes in the barn. The Hayes in the barn. What's our final score prediction? We've been asking everybody. We've been in the echo chamber. 36-26 doesn't make any sense now. I try to do the math in my head. I say Ole Miss is going to win. I'm going to go with, what's the one we've heard the most? 38-35. I like that.
Yeah. I'm going to alter mine a little bit, and I'm going to kind of change things just a little. I think Lucas Cardero kicks a game-winning kick as time expires in regulation, and Ole Miss wins 33-31.
Lucas Cardero, who's already been pre-portaled or tampered with by Lane Kiffin. Yes, that would be a great pick because he's been MVP. All right, watch this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to hear the Hotty Toddy chant led by Ben Garrett. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The Hotty Toddy chant has been led by Ben Garrett and his friends over here. And we've got some less than choice words for our friends in Baton Rouge. Man, it's been a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate all of you as we get ready to close it in and head over to the stadium. We want to read out our sponsors once again. A lot of them came and visited with us here today. Alan Samuels, Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Oxford. Brian and Mason, what a wonderful team. Give them a call today, 662-371-8284, or go online to samuelscdjr.com, and they'll put you in a brand new vehicle today. Lance, thank you, brother. Chick-fil-A of Oxford. Louisiana just scored to go up 10-0. Chick-fil-A of Oxford, West Jackson Avenue, and in North Oxford, thank you to Lance. Hill Counseling and Chad Clardy, 662-205-0397. Thanks, Chad, for all you do. Hearn Law Firm, Philip. Hearn came by and visited with us. Thank you to Philip and his law firm for sponsoring. Scott just left us, and we shook his hand. Skyler's Corner Score in Oxford and Ridgeland. Built Different Fitness. Did you ever talk to him? Yes. VDOxford.com, 662-832-0961. We're going by to see him when the season's over. And then Take Charge Small Business and Payment Solutions. Thanks, Blake. Ben, it's in the barn. 33-31, Ole Miss beats Georgia.
Look at that. Look at that. I like
confidence.
Hell,
final score.
38-35. I think that's what we've heard the most consistently. There's always been in the 30s. I agree with the person who said they got to score in the 30s.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you after the game to drive home. Brad Logan and Ben Garrett. Ole Miss and Georgia coming up at 7 o'clock. Sugar Bowl.
See, you want somebody else to get the one win. You know what I mean? You don't want it to be. You don't want to be Georgia getting it. Just saying.
We'll see you tonight after the game.